Hello and welcome to our English news edition broadcast to you from Canal, Algérie. First, to the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, holds his periodic meeting with the national media where a set of national and international files have been dealt with. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chairs today a meeting of the Council of Ministers devoted to draft bills and presentations related to several sectors. And the Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Lieutenant General Saeed Shingariha, pays a working and inspection visit to the operational sector southeast of Janet province. Good evening, those were today's top stories. First in today's news, and in his periodic meeting with the national media, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, dealt with a set of national and international files. He announced an increase in salaries and the unemployment allowance by the end of the year, while its implementation is scheduled for early 2023. As regards the government reshuffle, the President of the Republic indicated that it would be operated when deemed necessary according to the performance of each sector and its compliance with the guidelines of the Council of Ministers. Regarding the scarcity of the basic foodstuffs, the President said that this phenomenon should arise in our society due to the availability of goods, indicating on the occasion that a presidential inspection is underway to determine its real causes. The President of the Republic, Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chaired today a meeting of the Council of Ministers devoted to the examination, adoption and follow-up of draft bills and presentations related to the sectors of energy, industry, communication, health, transportation, as well as water security and water resources. For his part, the Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Lieutenant General Saeed Shingariha, paid a working and inspection visit to the operational sector southeast of Janet province, belonging to the 4th Military Region, as part of his activities during this blessed month of Ramadan. More details with Ines Killo.
As part of the visits to the military regions and commands of the forces of the National People's Army during the holy month of Ramadan, the Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Lieutenant General Saeed Shingariha, carried out a working and inspection visit to the operational sectors southeast of Janet province in the 4th Military Region. At the beginning of his visit and after the welcoming ceremony, Lieutenant General, Chief of Staff of the ANP, Saeed Shingariha, in company of Major General Omar Tlemceni, the commander of the 4th Military Region, had a meeting with the executives of the 4th Military Region, during which he delivered an orientation speech that was broadcast to all units of the region via video conference, in which he conveyed to them the congratulations and blessings of the President of the Republic, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, on the occasion of the blessed month of Ramadan, and his appreciation for the nobility of the tasks they perform with distinction. The Lieutenant General also stressed that Algeria has all the assets of renewal and progress to move towards its right destination, which requires the efforts of all its people to achieve comprehensive national development and the progress of our country to occupy its rightful place among the nations. The blessing of security that we enjoy today in our country is priceless, and we must all preserve and strengthen it in light of the project of establishing and strengthening the foundations of the national state in the framework of a new, strong and prosperous Algeria. At the end of this meeting, the Lieutenant General issued a set of guidelines and instructions concerning, in sum, the improvement of the living and working conditions of the personnel and the need to raise the level of vigilance and awareness in order to overcome all the challenges at the level of our national borders along this key region.
Moving on to international news, Middle East Eye published an article describing the ordeal of the Sahrawi activists in the occupied city of Bushdur. They also denounced the repression and aggression of the Moroccan occupation forces in light of their campaign meant to release the Sahrawi activist Sultana Khaya. More details with Melissa Kubash.
A report was published by the Middle East Eye concerning the human rights violations committed by the Moroccan regime in the occupied city of Bushdur. The two militants, Mbarka and Fatima Mohammed al-Hafiz, said that they were beaten and threatened by Moroccan security agents due to their full support for the human rights activist Sultana Khaya. The Middle East Eye news site described the difficult situation experienced by the two sisters, highlighting that both of them had traces of brutality all over their bodies following the latest attack. They described the aggression and violation they suffered from by the security agents who stood there and prevent them from leaving their homes. Mbarka confirmed that she was mostly hit on the head, while her sister Fatima said that 3 police officers got out of their car and came directly towards them and started beating them till they bled. It is worth mentioning that 6 other activists have been placed under house arrest. During an interview published live from her home, Sultana Khaya said that they are being tortured, beaten and deprived from their salaries, but all this isn't going to stop them from continuing their fight. In November 2021, Amnesty International launched an urgent call with an aim to stop the violation attacks against Sultana Khaya and her family and open a transparent and effective investigation concerning the excessive use of force by security agents against the Khaya family, namely allegations of rape and sexual assault, so those responsible of these acts are brought to justice.
Still with international news, the national mediation in Mali reiterated the great importance of the serious implementation of the peace and reconciliation agreement stemming from the Algiers Accord. According to a statement issued during the last meeting held via video conference, the mediation stressed that the implementation of the agreement would achieve lasting stability in Mali and the entire region. Always with international scene and in occupied Palestine, the Zionist occupation forces failed on Saturday to prevent thousands of worshippers from entering Al-Aqsa Mosque to perform the Al-Fajr prayer, while the Makhzen regime is in a shameful position after announcing its opposition against the proposal to hold a meeting of the Al-Quds Committee that Morocco chairs, a meeting that should discuss the Zionist attacks against the Palestinians, a position which proves once again that Morocco continues to hold Al-Quds Committee as a hostage for its own interests. Back to national news, and during this holy month of Ramadan, fasting might be challenging for some people. Doctors are highlighting the necessity of a balanced diet in order to avoid health complications and maintain energy, especially during the fasting hours. The details with Melissa Kubash.
Fasting from dawn to dusk during this blessed month of Ramadan remains a challenging period for the human body. Although the temperatures are still mild, a balanced diet is recommended to avoid any lack of protein or vitamin. By the end of the day, we are very tired and have no appetite. I have no strength by the end of the day. I feel very tired and thirsty. I feel a bit tired, but as soon as I eat, I feel much better. Breaking the fast is an opportunity to regain strength after a long day without water nor food. It is better to break the fast with water in order to hydrate our body alongside dates, then wait a couple of minutes before moving towards the other dishes, but mainly it is very important to eat small quantities. Doctors recommend to drink a lot of water so as to keep our bodies hydrated all day long. Some people neglect drinking water, which is very dangerous for our health. It is recommended to drink 1 to 2 liters per day. It is important to eat well and hydrate our bodies during this period, knowing that it is considered as a natural means to revitalize our bodies.
And we wrap up our today's news with one of the greatest names of the Algerian cinema, the actor Mohamed Jaimi, whose work is part of our national heritage. Dozens of Algerian artists met at the Algerian National Theatre in order to pay tribute to the long and beautiful career of Mohamed Jaimi. The details with Sabrine Tefergenit.
Mohamed Jaimi, a legend in the realm of the Algerian cinema, was honored in a festive setting in the Algerian National Theatre. Known for its iconic roles, Mohamed Jaimi would always be admired by Algerians. I am so thrilled to be part of this ceremony. Jaimi is an Algerian icon and he deserves to be honored. Born in 1945 in the Kasbah of Algiers, Mohamed Jaimi graduated from the Teacher Training College of Bizaria. He immediately flourished as an actor and won Algerian hearts playing in Al Badra and Kenza.
It's actually a great feeling. I'm so happy of what I accomplished so far. The serials that I have had with the national television have a special place in my heart. I am so thankful for that.
The event continued with a medal awarding ceremony in the presence of many Algerian singers in a joyful and pleasant atmosphere.
And with that, our today's news edition comes to a close. Thank you for your attention.